Long gone are the days of Shaqiri and Arnautovic, and also Peter Crouch for Stoke City, the Potters. Now pottering around the bottom of the second division, and have been through more managers than I've had hot dinners. The once mid-table Premier League club have struggled recently, trapped in that second tier and probably running out of money. Hence why I'm taking over with one sole objective: no spending money on players, we can only go for free agents, and going all the way to securing that UCL title, making them the best team on the planet. As yes, people, here we are. We have the Stoke City lineup. Every year seems to get a little better, but then go worse in the league somehow. Players like Manhoef, a good winger, only 22 years of age. Bae Jun-ho, 2 years younger, 71 rated. And a lot more younger players. Just look at the list. We've put the injuries on. And this challenge is going to be hard with the Potters. I'm not looking forward to it. In terms of free agents using Stoke, I am very much actually excited about, and £9 million actually might get me a little more pumped up. Like I said, only free agents allowed, and plus it's 2 days after Christmas. Hope you've got the leftovers of the leftovers ready, and also happy holidays. If you're not back at work yet, and if you're off school, hope you're enjoying yourselves, as we're going to enjoy a little bit of wing play. Diving straight into this, I've had a little bit of time off to think about my approach, as I'm going 4-3-3 defensive with Berger just sitting back. Yes, I have been thinking about career mode over Christmas. Just allow it, as this is going to be our shape on the ball, and then we change slightly when going forward, which doesn't help Moran in this team as very good players. Cannon as well, the striker, only 21. And Johansson, who I know is permanent, but I'm not sure on Tom Cannon. Think he's still a Leicester player. Shame he's only a loan deal. Yes, a real big shame, but still a lot of young players at the squad. Tchouameni, the right back as well, but as well as a defender, we have the striker Emre Tezgel. He's going to go out on loan to League 2 or maybe just abroad, but I'm waiting on his rating to grow. Also, Luis Kumas, is he actually permanent at Stoke City? I don't believe this team. So many wonderful players. Begs the question, why so low down in the league? I think I'm going to be able to change this. However, I can't change our rules. We cannot use the youth academy, and the rule for free agent season 1 will be like past videos, where we cannot use Mexicans if we're not in the top division. The reason being, it will be a little bit easy because you can see some brilliant players who I hope I can actually get soon if we make it to the top. As for now, we're stuck with our current list, and one thing we need to improve is defenders, as Andre Burka is 31-year-old though, which is slightly concerning, and this is why we need a younger player. Ben Gibson, 31, and Michael Rose is 28. As luckily enough for us though, yes, the rating's quite awful, but Angus Boyle, the Scotsman, and also Tyreek Ahmed. 2 young players who, to be fair, we could try and loan out season 1, as they've got 5-year deals and they're not really going to go anywhere. And to be fair, the Moroccan Ahmed could push for the first team. Could have actually jumped in the team, as I also am such an idiot. Kumas is on loan, I just didn't check the right menus. Idiot for not looking, but we do have some loan players out. May, Baker, and Simikin, the goalkeeper. They're not too bad, you know, as I did loan some players out myself, but here are the ratings back at the club. We've got 2 77s, a 74 in million, what first name that is, but also Tyreek Ahmed, he has played, he has gone up in rating. Maybe he's played because of his left foot, because he had a brilliant left foot stat, as Manhoef is the top scorer, 11 for our man Million. And our loan boys, okay, Boyle, we did get out on loan to a 65, Tezgal to a 66, that's not bad for maybe a future player. But now the immediate future, I've got to change some positions up. I've got a lot of these. Kumas has changed, unfortunately we can't sign him though, even if he had a loan to buy, because we can't spend money on players. Apart from if it's their wages, as Million goes up 2 to a winger. We've got Bae Jun Ho, who's gone up, but I didn't see him score many goals. As hopefully he does as a winger. Unfortunately, his rating doesn't go up though. Seko can also change. He goes to a 69 as a CDM. Won't play as an actual centre mid, and this guy also won't. Bosun Lawal, because if we change his position, it is a huge increase for him. He was made to be a centre back. Get on that change if you haven't done already. He's only 22, and that's our defence sorted. Him and Ahmed, two brand new like players. Still, I'm a fan of this team. It's definitely got to be centre mids next season, and a striker. But unlike real life, we could be in the Prem, because we aren't struggling in this save. 6th position, we finished playoffs. Yes, bottom of them, which is a shame, as Brentford go and win the FA Cup, showing us anything is possible, but we lost 2-1 to Everton. And City win the Carabao. At least they're winning something nowadays, as no cup run for us out in the first round to Barrow. Still, we don't care about that, as long as we won the playoffs, which we didn't, losing the Nathan Jones derby to Luton. That is a shame, but one thing I think could help us, maybe next season, if you guys subscribe, as we want 50k subs and 800 likes. Not only helps the form, but the channel's growth, as here is the growth in young players. Teskel is back, 67 rated at 19. And also a centre mid is back, Lewis Baker, but he's 30. And like I said, central midfielders, they're definitely the go-to this year. I thought we'd be after defenders how last season went. Let's hang on a minute. Stevenage in the Championship. They must have done the bloody impossible. What a run for them, as we've lost all our loan players, all the high wages from the players that we didn't need, giving us 15 million. Unreal, as this is the team I want to rock with for the future. Then again, Tesgel could be loaned out, and we do want to get rid of Thompson. Tusha Mendiu, I do trust. Only 21-year-old is the right back. And also this man, Bocat, he's 25, so he's a little bit older. Maybe a younger left back, but that midfield slot we definitely need first. And we can't go for Mexican players, and I kind of want to keep away from regens. If I can afford to this first season, but I can't afford to go for Mexican players. Not in the Prem just yet, as on my days, I thought that was Benshi. That did look a lot like him, you've got to admit, as I found 2 players. The first one, Milhaj Kata, a Hungarian at 23, and then a more experienced Michel Vlap can play in a numerous amount of positions. But like I said, we need a centre mid, and this man could team up with Berger. So it's crucial we get some chemistry going, plus it's over 60 rated, or 70 rated, but big wage, and the same for Kata, who we do go ahead and sign, so that is 2 players. As look at that, that's a lot better. They both step in over Baker and Thompson. As again, I don't want to go right back. I think I have made my mind up. Tesgel for the loan list. We've got plenty of strikers at the club who can do a job. Just look at it. Look at that. They're all similar in rating. Could do with a player that is a step above, who will get game time and grow. But in order to do that, we need to spend a little bit of our wages, and you can see how much they're costing. Just look at Vlap. 40k a week. Ridiculous amount. As also, I am focusing on Tesgel or Emre, the striker, but we do have this guy, Nathan Lowe, looking incredible in his own right, as he's going out on loan to Hull City, with Tesgel going to the Blade, so we can see how their growth goes. Staying in our division, as we just need a player to get us promoted. In the meantime, as Francisco Mascaren has a long-winded name, which I'll never be able to say, but I don't want him long-term. He is over the rating of 70. He's not too old. He should cover the young boys, whilst they're out on loan, hopefully growing to be first-team level. So welcome to the Portuguesa. One job, and one job only. And there he is, hasn't aged a literal year. As our team's not aged as well, but rating-wise, it's definitely increased. An 81 Berger in the midfield is absolutely phenomenal. Also, Johansson one of the best goalies in the lower leagues. Or should I say below the Premier League, as we don't have our lone boys back just yet. And that bench is very strong for the championship. If only we could make it stronger, as we might do with Lyndon Gooch. Doesn't change his rating, but Bellingoal does. Up to a 75, as this is definitely Premier League quality. Our centre-backs were sorted. Our wingers definitely are for the future. As before we check top scorers, I want to check ages. I mean, Ahmed's 18. Boyle is the same on loan. 19 is Sidemen. Then Lowe and Tezgel will get to see their goals in a minute. But both 20-year-old and both share the same overall. Gonna be hard choosing between them two, but Lowe did get more goals. He actually got more than our striker, as Million got 27. Unreal, as Vlap got a lot, and we had £10 million left over. As what a finish to the season. Second Premier League football. Without a trophy with the Potters, but just look at the points tallies. 99 was the league win, and then 2 teams on 98. But us having the best goal difference in the table secures us that promotion slot. As Villa and Tottenham in the FA Cup final got too excited, didn't finish the cups off. As we lost to Stockport on penalties again, another shameful one. Early upset, as then we lost to Plymouth 3-2. In the Carabao, and the playoffs literally aren't even decided. Have we actually finished the league? Please tell me it's secure. Yeah, Ipswich have got 45 games played, but they definitely can't catch us, meaning us, Stoke City, will go to the Premier League again. Back to the big timers. Here we go. We still can't sign players, but Nathan Lowe is back, and also Emre Tezgel, who both sit straight on the bench. It's just a shame we play one striker. I mean, Tezgel could start. Then again, I want Lowe to get some game time, because 3 all rotating is quite difficult. We've got Vidigal, we've got Baker, who could be replaced. Come on, he's 31-year-old now. Wilmot can actually stay. We could probably do with another fullback. Maybe switch Boyle's position up a little bit. 18-year-old, still a lot of potential. And Sidemen could be a midfielder for the future, because he's been doing good. Very good players all around the squad. The only problem now is the wages. Yes, we can't spend money, but just look at the list of players running out. As after all the deals are done, to be fair, still 36 million for future players as wages, as we did start with 52. Much more than I expected, as let's get to work. Maybe instead of signing a fullback, we could get 2 brand new ones. Yeah, fullbacks and I think another central midfielder, and now we are in the big time. We can go for some Mexican players, if they're any good. But I tell you what, a player that was good in previous games, Vini, who's only 26-year-old. He's going onto the shortlist. We've also got Nicholas Capaldo. All green stats. I mean, these players quite promising. Mahmoud Dahoud, he was at Brighton recently, out on loan. And also O'Brien, he's been good in the lower divisions. But no, it's gotta be Vini, who we do sign, as I did see another centre mid though, and I'm not going to take him off our shortlist. But I definitely did spot him, and I kept him off from you guys seeing him. And if we have the wages available after our fullbacks, he definitely will be signed. So I'm going to replace Kata just for now. Vlap is 29. He lacks the pace, but at least we have Kata as a backup, who can obviously still grow. I think Sidemen will go on loan again, as I think I'll loan Tisha out and probably bench Bocat once we get a pair of fullbacks, and I literally think I've found the best one. Oliver Deman seems Deman, but he's not that young compared to the man who's literally a few rows below him, Mikel Garcia, who yes is the same rating as Bocat, but come on, 20 years old. And Spanish, let's not forget, because Spanish regen fullbacks always grow quite high, as welcome to Stoke City. Great stuff, but now I'm searching down the right backs and can't seem to find anyone. Oh wait, wait, we've got literally 2 here. The timing on saying that, as we've got Vergara and Vidal. I only want to take 1 though, because I do want to grow Tushamendiu. After his loan deal out as a 78 rated into the club, leaving us £30 million, and I think I'm going back to the big man, who I did spot before, and he's got to be signed, hasn't he? Maybe 35-year-old, but on his release from Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I know we've been paying out some high wages, as in our first Premier League season back as a Premier League club, it's entwined perfectly with the release of KDB. And this is how he's looking now. Sure, his rating is gonna go down, but I was hoping with him in the squad, he would feed goals to our striker and also our wingers in Bae Jun-ho, now 84 rated, and Manhoof 82. He's 25-year-old, getting older, and Vlap, he's 77, he's going to be turning 30. The defense is very young, and Johansson, 85 overall. Really, really good. We could do with another backup keeper or renew one. Becker's done well with game time. Low hasn't played much, but hit a very good rating, and Tushamendiu, we loaned him out to Wolves in our division, 82 overall. That is very good, and to be fair, haven't thought about changing his position, as Manhoof got the most goals, Vlap, and then Vidigal. No idea how he keeps up, as we've probably got a backup goalkeeper on the rise. Boyle's done pretty well. Sol Sidibe also at Fleetwood. Probably the best bloody player there. Didn't see much of Kevin De Bruyne's stats, as we finish 11th. Almost banging mid-table, which is where Stoke always used to finish in the Prem, but not anymore. We want to go higher now, as Man City win the FA Cup. We lost to Leicester in round 3, the first round we enter. And Man City also win the Carabao, dominating without Kevin De Bruyne, as to be fair, we made a quarter-final. As now 4th season in, we're making very good pace for this rebuild, and a very good bench, lacking a centre-back, but there's Wilmot. So we're not lacking one, I just missed him. And now De Bruyne going down in rating. Didn't really provide us well. This is when I want to make some differences. As yes, our style has worked out. I'm going to maybe make it a bit more aggressive. Change it to balanced if Berger can change his position around. Because we've got plenty of centre mids, then again, he's gonna take a while. Or maybe he could go centrally. Maybe we could change this big time up to something fully outside of the box. The 5-2-3. Get Berger into a centre-back slot. We've got plenty of decent defenders. Look for a centre mid. Yes, again, I know it is one striker, but Tezgel is growing. Maybe we could find another front man to just guide him a little bit, as £47 million. And by the way, in this video, if I ever do get a colourful mouth, like different colours keep going around my mouth, not sponsored, M&M's, it is Christmas, shouldn't eat with my mouth full, but hey, we get plenty of food. Especially this time of the year, as this could be a very decent player. Joe Geldhard as a striker, as a winger, as a centre mid. Yes, I am not going to be changing the formation again, just to fit him in as a cam, because I thought about it for De Bruyne, but no, he doesn't really help us. We just need attacking-minded players that can switch positions, because we need to keep a lot of defenders in this formation, because we've got a lot of good ones, plus another one to add, because I've just been looking through Germany, especially at centre-backs, and all my wishes have come true. Blessed with one right here, and welcome Schroeder. Oh my days, unbelievable. What a mighty fine player, and another centre-back to be added. Had to get him when I saw him, as I've just been looking around all the players. As I'm now on to left mid, showing I've literally searched everywhere for some newbies as welcome Amath and Dai, who will be straight away training as a left mid. Don't expect him to play every game. Or actually, I've gone right wing, because we do have Vidigal on the bench. Geldhard will be a striker, so Low and Tezgel in trouble. As will we be in trouble though? I hope not with this position change, as Berger to a centre-back takes him to an 87. Knew I had to make that change first, and guess what? it's changed even more. 89 now, and also Johansson is an 89. Keepers grow magnificently, defenses win titles, and our defense at the moment, very, very, very good. The regens and then real life players that are actually at Stoke, including Bae Jun-ho on that wing, is absolutely amazing. Our worst player at the moment in the starting 11 is De Bruyne, and now Nathan Lowe is playing. It can't make its mind up between these two. And that's probably down to Geldhard not changing his position, but these guys, who we did just sign, are now changing. Well done, Amath. An 83 rating, and he's on the wrong side of the 30 mark. Age-wise as Joe, Geldhard to an 84. So now he takes over Low. The rating game in this is so obscene. We had Lawal who changed positions. Of course, Berger's changed twice. It's unreal. This squad is just all over the place. I love it. As Low scores 16, so he could still keep his spot in the team. Vlap got quite a few. Very happy with that and happy with our finish. No, it's not UCL. Literally 2 points off, but we do go in Europe. The lack of draws actually working out for us, as City dominating every cup. Unlike real life at the moment, as it was a penalty loss to Chelsea. Very close as a quarter-final loss to Spurs. In the Carabao, who actually overturned Manchester City for once. As it might be time for us to overturn our ex-City player. KDB at an 80 rating, but really, does he grow anymore? As start of this season, 79 rating. It can't go any longer, can it? It can. We need to change him, as Becker at the side of him's a lot better. Berger could go back in the middle, because we are actually short on centre mids, and same as Lawal, who we changed, 85. He's better as a defender, comfortably, but I will check. 134 weeks. Not impossible, I'll put him on it, but I don't plan on keeping him there. We changed the formation, we changed our shape, we've changed it for the better, and we've changed our budget. 114 million, man, and we can't actually spend it on fees, which is harsh on us. A striker, I think I might leave alone. Geldar 26, I believe Nathan Lowe's 22 or 23. Just looking for that centre mid now, and actually left back is a cause for concern. Garcia has grown, but he's got some minuses and pluses 22. Plus backup centre back, we do have, actually to be fair, we do have Angus Boyle, who hasn't grown like the others, but still, I just feel like I've got to keep it with how good he was, but I'm going to trim the squad. A retiree, actually 2 retirees, but I am going to release some worse players. Jaden Dixon, for example. Players I just don't want interfering. I will keep a little batch of reserves, but look at the amount of strikers. Come on, we don't need that many just in the squad. As another thing I actually realised, we don't have a choice on Kevin De Bruyne. What a servant to the club, and I'm actually going to look for an English replacement. Need some more English in this team, and I have found the perfect player. The man who in this FIFA, honestly, just plays like he's my own son. Mason Mount. I tried to make a pun there. It didn't really work. Had him in the Ipswich save, and honestly, he was awesome. And then I believe in the United save or something else, he just turned up for the books, being phenomenal. But a player I found when not actually just looking at England, Ricardo Horta, who doesn't actually fit in as a centre mid. But again, we'll try and fit him there, but he is on the stage of decline. But Mason Mount wasn't, so he goes into the midfield, probably looking good and feeling good. The only problem is, I didn't think we got in the UCL. Maybe the 5th place was a spot, as we need to reach the final, which I don't think we will, and we have some lofty expectations there, making me slightly panic that we've got to spend this 96 million on some wages. So I found some of the best wonder kids I could find, immediately signing them up despite their competition. Panic buys the both of them, but at least a good rating, both over 80, and definitely first team worthy in seasons to come. But we've got to look at our first team. Some downgrades were on the bench, but Mason Mount, man, I don't believe it. Also Joe Geldhard and Bae Jun-ho, 91 rated at 25, one of the world's best. 3+ players over 90 now, an incredible amount of defenders. As Wood we just signed is a right back, another one, and we do have a failing left back. Garcia hasn't grown at all, so I'm going to try shift him to the left. He's got the pace, hopefully he does have the weak foot. It did say 5 stars, as we do have a position change already. Cooked this up before we went into the season for Paris. The Frenchman, 82 rated. I did expect a little more. Can't be too disheartened though, and 22 goals for million. Unreal from the Dutchman, then Geldhard. And Ho doesn't get many. Definitely going to have to change something around him, as the table, it's a 4th place finish, so yes, it will be UCL again, but I really thought we would push this season, as Brighton have had a good year. Finishing above us as we reach round 5, losing to Southampton, and Man City again go and dominate another trophy, as we lost in round 3 on penalties to Arsenal. I'd love a domestic win, I really would, as it's a win in the league phase of the Champions League. Look at that. We finished 4th, 2 defeats, 6 wins, skipping us over the playoff round, and we beat Atletico Madrid before unfortunately falling at the hurdle of Bayer Leverkusen. Won't lie, that stings a little bit, but hey, Theo Woods has changed. Left back now, and the 83 rating puts him immediately into the squad. Mini voice break there as yes, look at our back line. It looks incredibly strong. In fact, the whole team looks strong, but one player we're not seeing the strength of is Bae Jun-ho, and I believe when I changed formation, it took my tactics off. Damn it, Max, why didn't you see that it wasn't working here? He needs to be an inside forward all the time. The wingers have to be that. And the fullbacks must be attacking, taking us to this shape when we have the ball. Should get players further forward that way, and the money, £170 million. Now that is definitely enough for contracts. And hopefully enough for a player, because I don't really have a position I want to strengthen. Just gonna flick through the countries, as England I always start off with. A player similar to Mason Mount, please. Ooh, there's actually Callum Ainley. He's a Grimsby lad, but skipping through, I don't see anything over 70. Nope, there was nothing there, so we're going off England. I'm gonna check Germany. We found Schroeder here, but again, nothing standing out at all. As let's be real here, we need something to stand out, and that does! Esteban Bernal. The only issue is he's a goalkeeper. Still, I'm gonna be signing him up. I'm just gonna keep on checking before I do. Not going to skip a day, because I want to make sure we get him over the line. And also this man, who's a centre-back. We always like our defence here at Stoke. And our Dutch players to join Manhoef and Wolter. So welcome in, lads. I'm going to take the centre-back, of course, first, because he's definitely going to start, but also Bernal could. I mean, he has took a rotational role. We've got 4 goalkeepers here. I'm going to release Bonham, because we're never going to really use him. Simkin is the odd one out as Bernal, yes, 87 rated. Johansson, 90. Very difficult challenge here to manage the squad. We've changed the tactics. We are still in the UCL. Still got Tezgel at an 80, Low at an 85, a bunch of defenders on the bench. Where does the board want us to finish? Okay, winning the Champions League Cup, not even reaching the finale. And seriously, I do not understand this game at all. Here we are at the end of the season where Woods has not been played. And also Johansson, yes, he's 31, but he's 91 rated. The game time has gone to Bernal and Garcia, who I'll tell you for free, I do not prefer myself over these players, who have done so well, as Bae Jun-ho still the best player. And a flick towards inside forward hasn't increased his goal record. I have no idea how he isn't rated the same as Manhoef, who's done better. Maybe it's the competition. I mean, Vidigal has pushed Ho all the way, as Becker did get 17 and Geldhard with 35. A player I thought was a short-term solution, as oh my days, we win the league unbeaten again for the 3rd time in this FIFA. We did it with Arsenal. Can't remember the other team, but we've done it here with Stoke. only conceding 4 goals. I'm going to go ahead and check the defenders again we have at the club. And a clean sheet in the FA Cup finale, as that is also won. Then again, the Carabao won by City, so they still have their domination of a trophy. And that is a bit of a shame. But hey, that's 2 trophies so far. Before moving on to the Champions League, which we won the league phase of, conceding 0 goals. I'm going to go and check my defenders in a minute, and look at that. Another no goals conceded. 2 2-0s against BVB, 4-0. And then 3-1 over Juventus. What a shame, we actually conceded. As then in the semi-finals, conceded 3 to another red and white team. In Monaco and Manchester City made it far, but it's time for revenge as we play Bayer Leverkusen, the team that knocked us out last year, in hope for another clean sheet, as I'm guessing our keepers had something to do with it. As just look at that first page of defensive-minded players. Now I truly, in FC25 at least, know the power of having 2, not 1 amazing goalkeeper. As Bernal, who seemed to play, is the one on the bench, as we're back at Old Trafford with Mason Mount, who has done amazingly, like I did say. Growth-wise, as Tishamendu, he's been here from the start. Of course, we haven't made a signing, so we've kept a lot of OG players. Geldhard was only here before an OG player made his way into the lineup, which he didn't do. Mason Mount letting fly. So close to the opener, as we had to do a little bit of defensive duty. Mason Mount into Finn. Ole Becker, Joe Geldhart. Guessing handled it. They got a free kick, and Schroeder makes the tackle far forward. Again, though, can't pass it out. We're struggling with our passing lanes, but Bae Jun-ho was an inside forward. Even he's got tackled. Unfairly, according to the ref, on that occasion. As Lawal inside into Finn. Ole Becker, I said I know this guy did have potential, as he puts it across the box. And Joe Geldhard at Old Trafford, the ex-Leeds United man, scores for the Potters without making a signing, I must say. Again, just to rub it in. We lead in the UCL final, having gone unbeaten in the Premier League. Just a ball driven across the box and a toe peg in the 6-yard one. Nice one. Now far up the field, we have the ball. Once more, Mason Mount. Miss out the middleman. Goes out wide into Neil Woods. Again, I've chose him over Garcia because he actually showed signs of growth. And he's still in the ball for the header. Oh my days. In the box for the header. I can't even speak too good as now. Manhoof, he's got the acceleration away from his men. Look at this run from our right-hand-sided player. Should have had it 2-0 at the break, and that's a dodgy touch. Bae Jun-ho straight on it. As long as they don't get a chance, we haven't conceded many goals at all. And look at this run. Joe Geldhard, keep on going. Just dink it into the box. Million was in the middle again, and he's going to take it down on the edge. And Nutmeg didn't mean to. Million Manhoof. What a terrific little player, as he needed to score. Now the right back, if he delivers that correctly into the box, it's Manhoof again. Sensational save by Restes, as he's going to come across to take the corner. That is a beautiful whip in. Might fall onto the edge of the box, and Finole Becker was ready to swing. Puerta takes the ball away, but no luck there as Woodsy just pass it back to go forward again. Schroeder through the middle. That is brilliant. Mason Mount onto Manhoof. He's got the man on the overlap. It's Tushamendiu into the middle of the box. Joe Geldhard through the keeper. Definitely should be saving that one. But it's another goal for the Leeds United real-life youngster. Feels he's been a youngster forever. What a ball from the ex-Colu man. And that on the volley. Beautiful, but the keeper should be saving it. Then again, I won't moan too much, as Bae Jun-ho, I'd like a goal from him. He hasn't proven himself in game. He could have made the pass. The number 10 goes dreadfully. He goes dreadfully and misses the shot completely, as Manhoof just, if he can get a run off the ball. Look at that. He makes dribbling look easy, but not passing, as now Voetberger gets the ball forward. Out wide into Becker, or he's going to go out wide. If we could whip it in for the hat-trick, it's over Geldhard towards Mount. So close for the Man United player to go and score where he plays in real life, and that would have been a really good sign. I know Dovbeek got a few goals against us last season in the UCL, as Bae Jun-ho to set off. Just needs a run from Geldhard. He doesn't get it, and he gets inside. But still, referee, just blow that whistle. Wasn't expecting the free kick, but still, I'll take it. As Geldhard going backwards to Shemenu. If we just whack it, it hits the body, but referee, blow that whistle, which he does. Stoke 2-0. Without making a signing means they will lift the Champions League, courtesy of Joe Geldhard. A short-term plan, but a long-term solution for us. As Berger gets to lift the trophy, the man who just transformed his career, and that is into the midnight sky in England, of course, where Stoke is. Can't beat winning it with not much travel after us. If you do want to travel to a new video or tell me where to travel, leave it in the comments below. But yeah, if you're searching for a new video and you haven't seen anything on the channel yet, firstly, subscribe, leave a like, or click my hands for more.